Alright. So now we're in chapter 4-2.
Yay!
And we meet the village people again.
Yay! So I was watching the recent Mega Man cartoon and it really sucks.
Why?
I don't know. I want to
Don't
see
even
how
give them the time of day.
Well, I need to see how badly it sucks.
No, you don't. It sucks. That's all you need to know.
But don't worry, they won't get my money because it was pirated.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well,
I
it's
consider
good.
it a net positive.
Because I'm not really supporting them if it's pirated.
Bro.
To be fair, out of sheer curiosity, I pirated the Emoji Movie. Because fuck
But they're just as
ever
guilty as
seeing
I
that
am.
movie. No. Pirating that kind of bullshit, I'm relatively okay with.
I don't know, I'm a Mega Man fan, so I want to see what they did to Mega Man.
I do. Like the Emoji Movie, I had no prior attachment going on, so I'm cool with checking it out to see how badly Hollywood fucked up a movie about these games. But like Mega Man and Ratchet and Clank, if they fucked it up, I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot.
And Mario.
That one I had to watch just because of how legendary it was. That and I actually did rent the movie as like an 8-year-old.
Goombas are dinosaurs. I don't know, for some reason Mega Man's like like a teenager and he's in school.
Like, are we talking Battle Network style, or?
It's kind of like it's like school, but like there's both humans and robots in it, and for some reason the principal is a giant robot.
What actually the fuck?
What?
And then don't even get me started on Dr. Wily.
Oh my god.
Because for some reason,
Of course they would find a way to put a high school drama in a fucking Mega Man cartoon.
I thought Battle Network was already that.
One, it was elementary school because it was targeted towards kids, and two, it made more sense. Not to mention.
But this thing really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. It's like the premise. How?
No, for some reason, Albert Wily is now called Burt Wily, and he's a kid, and he's friends with Mega Man.
Wait, what?
Dr. Wily is friends with Mega Man.
Yes, and he's a kid.
What the?
And he's a ginger, which means he doesn't have a soul.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this.
And then the villain is actually like I forgot, like I think he's the mayor of the city, and he doesn't like robots and humans being friends together, even though he's got like a robot arm. But it turns out, oh boy, he's the guy, and he wants the robots to kill all the humans, and he wants to kill all the robots. And so doesn't it mean that everyone's dead?
What is with this current generation of like TV shows? What's with this recent wave of just straight up anti-authority messaging? Like,
what is with CGI video game cartoons lately?
no, like straight up, I just don't understand like people's apparent complete revulsion towards any sort of authority figure at all, justified or not. Like, I get not wanting corrupt authority figures, but like
Just authority in
recently-
general.
Yeah, no, like they just have this huge thing against the authority in general. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Why is this a...
I don't know. Is this like the edgy phase in television?
It's just the edgy phase in general. It shouldn't be happening the way it is happening.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that they would like get rid of this since like early 2000, like the awkward phase in like the mid 2000s and the early like 2010s.
No, it just feels weird. It's like ever since we got, ever since the human race has become more interconnected than ever, it's like we share a
There has to
very...
be like social politics and everything.
Yeah, and it's annoying as fuck. Like, it's like you constantly read in the history books about how every generation thinks they're gonna be the ones to save mankind, and it never happens, and no one pays enough attention to history to realize that we're just going in circles because you're all fucking idiots. Like everyone wants to be the hero, but no one wants to put in the effort to actually be a hero. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Honestly, life has no heroes, just good men who do things.
Isn't that what heroes are?
Not necessarily.
I'm just curious what your definition of hero is, because it
I don't know, like,
isn't the default definition.
it's more like people like who just like do what feels right to them.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I'm still trying to figure out your
honestly, I
newfound
think my
definition.
definition is stupid.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, didn't you just define a hero? Like, that is what I think a hero is to the T. What?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point about that.
Like, I realize I'm arguing semantics here, but, like, I feel like, if you're gonna disagree with me on the definition of a hero, that's fine, but I'd prefer to know your definition in the first place, if that is indeed the case.
And I guess the way I pronounce things is pretty weird.
Not pronounce things, just...
Explaining.
Like, the way I
Yeah.
explain things.
Man, if this isn't a boss room.
Oh yeah, yeah, it totally is.
It just has a... It just
There we go.
screams, I'm a boss.
Get ready to get your face punched in.
They're ready to get shot in the nuts.
I just like that we're not going to question what just happened.
Why would you? It's a Resident Evil game. This is
It's
turn-
completely normal.
like I
don't-
said,
what's wrong
I
with that?
enjoy
Like, it is
I enjoy
completely
Resident Evil
normal.
more as a series of action games, and this is definitely feeding into that. So I like it. Realize that
I
I
have no idea what you're talking about. This is completely normal. You're all just crazy. Nice joystick jerking.
Oh yeah.
I just remembered something.
Oh no, what happened?
It's honestly not, in the grand scheme of things, it'll probably help more than it hurts. But, to paraphrase, the show we're doing is about, for Orf, is, like a battle chess version of Edward II, like the conflict between Edward II and, Queen Isabella.
Okay.
And I'm playing the role of Edward III, known in the show as Ward, just to distinguish me from my father a bit. But
Edward and Edward.
yeah, no, they call me Ward. Edward is referring usually to the king.
It's
Right.
like it's like you're like the edgy son that wants to take a nickname from his boring dad.
No, it's not even that. Like, reading up on Edward III in history, he's basically just the archetypical hero. He's a bit of a hothead, but that's really his only flaw.
Well, at least you got a decent person.
No, I actually really enjoy the role. I'll actually really enjoy the role, but no. The thing is that, in the context of this show, I'm actually betrothed to who will later become Queen Philippa. And we did indeed cast.
Is it your
Philippa.
crush?
I've never met her before today, but
Oh.
when I was when I
When
I was cast, no, hold on, let me finish the story. So despite being the Chad of Neon Cabaret, I'm actually not particularly. I don't find myself particularly charming in any capacity, and they told me straight up, okay, Kevin, we need you to learn to be charming. And I'm like, that is the one thing. That is the one thing that I cannot do. I am sorry, I have failed you. Like, out of all the things you could have asked me, you asked me the worst one, but,
well,
no,
at least
that part's fine. No, that part's fine, like,
I was
once
just gonna say how you, at least you never got Henry, or had to play that role.
Yeah, that would be, but no, on its own it would have been fine, like, I talk to Philippa and she gives me some pointers and things like that. Just, like, basically things she would want to do. Just things like that, so I have a better idea as to how to act. But she actually is going to be busy a lot the first few weeks of rehearsal, just because of her job requires her to be away for a little bit. That part is fine. But what I just remembered is that the guy playing Lord Morton Webster, who doesn't actually have a real life counterpart, in the context of the story, he acts as one of my best friends, and in real life, him and the guy who's playing my other best friend are dead set on teaching me how to flirt. And I just realized, because the guy playing Webster and the girl playing Philippa work together and they're actually going on the same business trip.
Yeah.
That means that Webster will be able to prime Philippa for for things that I probably won't even be prepared for. So I'm not sure how that's gonna turn out. I'm hoping it turns out well. It'll probably turn out well because I trust him enough. But it just made me incredibly nervous now because I don't know what to expect. going into it. Because
Well,
he
I can just give you one piece of advice.
What?
Survive.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Webster knows that I think Philip is cute.
Wait, what?
I actually think she's really pretty in real life. Like, she is actually really, really pretty. Like, unbelievably so.
Oh boy, just wait until she finds this
No,
channel.
the one. No, if I can help it, that will never happen.
Hey Dave, totally show her this channel.
Oh yeah,
No.
oh yeah, I gotcha.
No, shut up. Dave, help me
tell
out
her
here.
Tell her that Chalice recommends.
She won't know
Tell
who
her-
Chalice is.
Tell her to watch Resident Evil.
Yeah, all the way in January. No. Shit.
To
Tell
be
her
fair,
that
the
she will
performance is in
love it.
early December, but no. But no, I'm just assuming Webster is going to rig this in some way where it'll just be super awkward for the two of us when we meet up again, which is probably going to be late September. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect now, and it kind of scares me.
Oh come on, you'll do fine.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
All you have to do is just not make a fool of yourself.
That's the hard part. Like, I can play angry, I can play sad, I can play happy. I'm at least decent at playing those emotions despite my lack of experience, simply because I can take stage direction well. Because I fully admit that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I actually welcome stage direction with open arms. That being said, like I said before, playing the charming guy is the one thing I have no confidence in.
You could take an online course,
What
Oh
the
yeah, sure.
or you can look on WikiHow.
No! I feel that'll just exacerbate my problem. No,
Here,
but
let me look up right now.
no, shut up, stop it. Stop being dumb.
Continue being dumb.
I'm looking up right now.
No, but what's it called? If Webster doesn't tell her that I actually think she's really cute in real life, then I can flirt with her on the pretense that it's all just for the show. If he does tell her, I lose that pretense.
Oh, so you want someone to be flirtatious?
Is that all? Is that all?
Like I said, we're playing
Thank you. Is that
we're
all?
playing an engaged couple, so there's still going to
Oh,
be
good.
a lot of flirting
I
between us.
actually have it on WikiHow.
Thank you. Come
Yeah,
back
but it's probably
anytime.
total bullshit.
Let me just put it into your private Discord.
No, you're not addressing my concerns at all.
There, I did it.
It's probably entirely bullshit.
Like most how-tos on how to get women.
Yeah,
I don't know.
seriously.
I
That is
really
Or males.
That is the one thing I don't trust WikiHow about. It's girls in general. Because if you
Look,
need to look up,
just let me just like see if it works, okay?
no, you read it. You read it and tell me if you would appreciate a guy with those qualities.
But I just said to you, I really appreciate if you could read it to see
No,
how
you
good it
read
would
it.
help you.
Better yet, you read it out loud and show me how helpful this guide is.
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm mostly just throwing you under the bus to show you
Okay.
what this idea is.
Flirting with a cute guy might seem like an impossible task.
You guy? Okay, that explains it.
Good God, Chalice.
I can't say that I'm surprised, but I can say I'm disappointed.
Oh my gosh. Fuck.
Detrás de ti, imbécil.
Also, one of my friends who's also performing on this show is going total Jewish mom on me, and by that I mean she's trying to set me up with every potential bachelorette ever.
Nice.
Yeah. Like without exaggeration, she just went through this whole list of like friends she just
Potential victims, I mean friends.
yeah, no, like she eventually settled on this one cosplayer who admittedly is really cute, but fucking hell, strangers are like it's just weird, man. I don't know.
Oh, there's two of you.
Girl problems I don't handle well. At least not at first. Actually,
Yeah,
I
you
take
have
that
to
back.
be a girl in order to figure that out.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
100% guarantee.
well, in some cases.
Well, yeah, the
Well,
thing
just,
is,
like there's obviously people who aren't women and are women
what?
at the same time.
What?
You
What?
know, those transgender women.
Oh, non-binary or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does gender have to be confusing nowadays?
Holy shit! I mean, did you know that in the
Because
United
people
States alone,
attach- Yeah.
did you know that in the United States alone, we recognize over 43 different genders?
Wait, how many?
43. Wait, see? Behind me? Holy shit, they're both behind me.
Wait,
Also-
43.
Yep.
I only know 5. What are the other ones?
I don't know.
Apache helicopter.
What? 5?
Like
For me,
no,
there's
I know like male, female, transgender guy, transgender girl, and non-binary.
those aren't separate genders though.
What?
No, they're not considered separate genders. Yeah, my entire like transgender, fine, whatever. I honestly don't understand, but as long as you're not hurting anyone, I won't pester you about it.
Exactly. And so
Yeah,
long as you
it's
don't
a-
shove it down my throat.
It's
Yeah.
how social justice warriors are the worst.
Yeah, and I feel that they exacerbate the problem to an insane degree. But
This
my
is
primary
why Tumblr is a.
Tumblr's cancer. Don't go to
Like-
Tumblr.
Don't go to Tumblr unless you want to like make a video of it.
But yeah, something I've noticed with the Tumblr crowd is that they put so much stock into labels, like an incredibly large amount of personality traits that they try to attach to the label gender, and it makes absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. And people are just okay with it. I don't understand why, but they're okay with it. It bothers me because I don't think what a person is matters nearly as much as who a person is. And to me, who a person is has nothing to do with it doesn't have very much to do with things like race or gender and all that jazz. They might influence how you might perceive things. It might influence your experiences drastically enough for it to matter. But at the end of the day, to me, who you are revolves around how you act, how you react, how you handle situations, how you think, things like that. Things that you can't fit in labels. You might be able to summarize based on labels, like someone might be a bit of a hothead, but that's not the but that's not the beginning and
Yeah,
end
that
of their
only
personality.
works for like media.
No,
Like
it-
like
no,
like
no, no. it's a great way to summarize certain personality traits, but labels like that are never the beginning or end of
I don't know.
someone's
People are
personality.
more complicated than like just like
No,
media.
that's what I am saying. Like you just missed the entire point of what I was saying. What I like I just said, you can use certain adjectives to aptly summarize a particular trait, but you'll never be able to fully summarize a person in just words. And I think a lot of people lost sight of that, like to the point where we put so much stock into words that they basically control our lives to a much greater degree than they ever have before. And it's weird, and I don't like it. And the fact that people they slap labels on everything, and they put so much weight on labels, and if you don't use those labels consistently all the time.
It's why I hate social cliques in high school.
Yeah.
It's also why I Mean Girls with me.
I disagree there, because Mean Girls is definitely meant to satirize that kind of thinking, not embrace it.
Like, I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
That's fair. But that's not... I feel you kind of missed the point of it.
Like, I don't hate because of like just because of it. I just kind of like hate the way they satirize it. Because
I'm sure I follow.
It didn't feel funny to me. Like the jokes were just.
That's just not your sense of humor.
Oh.
Like things such as how they, like if you didn't like how they satirize it, then you would be complaining about like how they how they portrayed certain aspects of it. Yeah, it's honestly not a big deal. If you don't like the movie, you don't like the movie. I wasn't particularly wowed by it, but I get the point, and I find it, if nothing else, it served its purpose. That's fine. But to say that it didn't.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I don't particularly like it. I just feel like that if you haven't noticed, Chalice, I'm trying to teach you to learn how to use rhetoric that helps you convey what you're thinking better.
Honestly, I think I'm a better writer than a speaker.
I think that's true for a lot of people, but still, I feel you're just missing the one piece you need to actually bring it all together. Like, I'm trying not to insult you. That can't be approved upon. Like, if nothing else, I don't blame you for that. People who recognize any concept of rhetoric, even from a, I don't know, just a purely innate sense of the word. I don't know what I'm trying to say now. I don't know. I'm still kind of slowly, like, losing my mind over the fact that Webster and Philippa have all the time in the world to gossip about me behind my back.
Oh no.
Te voy a hacer picadillo.
Because, like, this isn't like a weekend-long trip. This is like a weeks-long thing. So, God help me.
Well, you better pray that they don't slip anything.
To be fair, Webster and I only just met, so he doesn't have anything incriminating against me, per se.
Other than his channel.
That could easily change.
No, he doesn't know the channel exists. And Dave, I would prefer to keep it that way.
Oh, don't worry.
Hey,
I mean...
Dave, we should totally not keep it that way. I mean, doesn't Neon cover more subscribers, right, Dave?
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't.
Isn't the goal of every YouTuber to earn that shiny plaque? Wait. Who is getting the plaque?
Slacker will probably end up with it. And
Yeah,
I'm not
most
gonna
likely.
argue. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but what happens when you get more plaques? Like, will he ship them to people?
Doubt it. Like, if we get more than one... Like, if the channel gives us more than one for having more than one host, then that's fine.
No, I don't think we'll...
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that, but if they do, then he'll ship them out.
YouTube doesn't
that's
work
fine.
like that.
Are you sure?
I don't know, YouTube
I
likes
realize...
to take away people's rights to have money in their videos.
Yeah.
Like monetization.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I don't know. It's weird. Like, YouTube does some things properly, but it very clearly
It
mishandles.
screws up others.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. And honestly, I don't give a shit about the plaque either way. If we get 1,000 subscribers, then we get 1,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna be hyped about it whether I get a fucking plaque or not.
Yep. So with that said, I've been Deathhead.
I've been Radomir.
And I've been jealous.
Thank you all for joining.